What's going on, guys? Tanner Pfeiffer here with Pfeiffer Football. We've got a lot to cover today. Lots of injuries coming out of Week 6. And right now, Monday Night Football is on, so I am taking time away from Monday Night Football to update you guys on the latest injuries and news across the NFL. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, but sorry if it's bad news for most of you guys. It seems like somebody on every single team was hurt, so we're going to be covering just about everything, especially across the major players, the big name players across the NFL. So enjoy the video, you guys. I'll see you real soon. So let's go over some of the injuries. It's not really something we like to talk about, but it is something that is part of the game. Also, we had a player suspended. Brian Branch was suspended one game, and he is appealing. He is appealing the suspension. Not going to go through. All he's doing really is putting off games of this season to prolong the process. That's just the tactic. It is what happens. And I don't know why. I would just go ahead and get the suspension over with. It's not going to get reversed. It's not. Just the way the cookie crumbles, my guy. The way the cookie crumbles. We're going to go ahead and dive over here into the desktop so you guys can see my Twitter, live feed, everything. So you guys can actually see my live Twitter here. This is TweetDeck, or what it used to be called TweetDeck. I don't really even know what it's called anymore. Anyways, here we go. We're going to be scrolling down the Adam Schefter. More information about the Lions suspending Brian Branch for one game without pay for unsportsmanlike conduct after he struck Chiefs wide receiver Juju Smith. If you guys didn't see that, please go check it out. Yes, Garrett Wilson, our first major injury. It looks like he hyperextended his knee, and he's now expected to miss a couple weeks. Definitely, probably the best news possible. I guess the best news possible was, I was just sore. I'm good to go for next week, good to go for the rest of the season. But that's just not how it works, especially with an injury like that. It looked pretty gnarly, so best news pretty much is that it was hyperextended, hopefully. And that was after an MRI revealed that. So not bad, not great. He's going to be out a few weeks. So if you've got him on your fantasy team, sorry. But good news for him is he will be back this season for sure. I paused the video just for a second because I wanted to change the hue of this other LED lamp I've got back here. It's kind of like offsetting with the other one. Anyways, we're going to go over Kyle Shanahan says that tight end George Kittle is to return to practice this week ahead of Sunday's game versus the Falcons. Kittle really hasn't been, he's good when he plays, but not really someone you'd expect to count on as far as being healthy. The 49ers just always have an injury plague. Not really sure what that's about. I really don't, but they always have some crazy injuries. Dalton Kincaid did miss tonight's game due to oblique injury via Adam Schefter of ESPN. So he's not playing a Monday Night Football right now. And the Bills just scored, but they're still down 1 touchdown to the Atlanta Falcons. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, we did have breaking news as the Titans did fire Brian Callahan, their head coach, after like 4 wins and 19 losses as a head coach. In like a year and a half, I want to say. Maybe even just over a year. I think he was... Wow, yeah, just a year and a quarter. So not really even a year and a half. Titans are naming Mike McCoy their new interim head coach. Mike McCoy does have a lot of head coach experience. He coached with the Chargers, and he's been around the NFL for a very long time. They'll be in good hands. Honestly, better hands than Brian Callahan at that point. This is all about Brian Branch and all that. Anyways, we're going to be going over Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson. He was declared out yesterday. Pre-game. And head coach Shane Steichen, however you pronounce his name, said that pre-game he suffered basically an eye socket compound fracture. which here you would call it a orbital fracture, using bands, like workout bands, stretch bands or something. Maybe he just stretched it over his foot or something, and you know the classic fail videos where you just like stretch it like, and you're just like, I don't know how the rubber just did that, or really what the issue was, but Anthony Richardson suffered a fractured orbital bone. Man, what a weird tongue twister for me. But anyways, I don't know how long he'll be out, what kind of injury, or how long an injury like that takes to heal, but Daniel Jones is leading the Colts to a 5-1 start anyways. Anthony Richardson slowly slipping down the depth chart and likely to find a new home at this point. It's just not looking good for him. Also, the last 4 quarterbacks taken number 1 overall have had their head coach fired during rookie campaign. Trevor Lawrence in 2021, Urban Meyer was fired. Bryce Young in 2023, Frank Reich was fired. Caleb Williams last year, Matt Eberflus was fired, but Matt Eberflus was totally predictable. He was out, like, sucked. Sorry, Matt Eberflus. You're a good defensive coordinator, though. I want to say he's a defensive coordinator. And 2025, Cam Ward had a Brian Callahan fired. It's not the rookie quarterback's fault. It's just the rookie quarterback going into a very hard, terrible situation. All 4 of these teams right here were terrible situations to go into. I mean, the Jags were not good. The Panthers were not good. The Bears were not good. And the Titans were not good. So it's not the rookie quarterback's fault. It's just the, excuse me, the situation they were put into. Not good at all. I think there was a few more injuries after, before the before the Titans fired Brian Callahan. Vikings linebacker Blake Cashman's 21-day IR window set to return. Vikings will also have J.J. McCarthy back on the practice field this week in various capacities. I don't expect J.J. McCarthy to come back anytime soon. I think they're perfectly content with Carson Wentz at quarterback right now, just to be honest. Yeah. Bengals tight end Mike Gesicki, who injured his pectoral Sunday at Green Bay, will be out a while, per head coach Zach Taylor. Honestly, I love Mike Gesicki, but the problem is he's not really used a lot. Noah Fant is also there in Cincinnati, and also just kind of feels like a waste. Like, they're not using the tight ends as much as they had 2 former first-round pick tight ends on their roster, and they're just not getting used. No wonder Thaddeus Moss never worked out in Cincinnati, because they don't use the tight ends. They use them to block more than anything. Yes, they do need blockers, but they always have their tight ends running routes like a chip block. I don't know. It just they use Tanner Hudson more than anything. So whatever. Buccaneers wide receiver, stunning star rookie Emeka Egbuka is Emeka Egbuka. Yeah, that's right. Scheduled to undergo testing Tuesday to determine how much time he will miss from his hamstring injury suffered versus the 49ers. He's expected, but it is expected to be some. Basically, it's expected to be some time. Not even going to call him week to week, even though he's expected to miss multiple weeks. I don't know if an IR stint is in the play here. But IR, if he does land on injured reserve, you're going to be missing at least 4 games. So hopefully Emeka Egbuka not have to go on IR. He's having a fantastic, stellar rookie season, and let's just hopefully he can bounce back. Buccaneers really need him. Baker Mayfield playing MVP level quarterback right now, but they still have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, I think, unless he's out, are not in play for the next. Yeah, okay. So Chris Godwin's still out. Bucky Irving still out. I have Bucky Irving on my fantasy team, but I picked up Rachaad White. And he's actually been doing really good for me. So once Bucky comes back, I'm not going to know what to do. I'm not going to know who to trust, because Rachaad White has earned some playing time as well. Zadarius Smith retired today after 11 years. Sean McVay, Puka Nacua. Say that 3 times fast. Tongue twister. Best wide receiver in football right now. Statistically, that is. Considered day to day. due to his sprained ankle. Remains uncertain as to whether he'll play Sunday in London against the Jags. Honestly, it's the Jags. I would say you don't really need him. But the Jags are like 4-1, which is extremely surprising. Because they just don't seem good. The Jaguars do not seem very good. Puka Nacua, dude. Let's go over here and look at what freaking Puka Nacua has done. It is absolutely... Let me show you guys what he's done. It's absolutely insane. If we go over to our desktop here. 3rd year in the league, right? 24 years old. Been active through 6 games. Last year did have some injury at the very end. Still caught for 990 yards. Almost 1,500 yards as a rookie. Phenomenal. You'll never see, like... How often do you see that? Never. 6 TDs is not really a touchdown guy, but he's a PPR, run after contact guy. Averaging over 100 yards per game. But this really hurts. He was on pace this year to set an NFL record. Let me say that again. Puka Nacua was on pace this year to set an NFL record for like 1,990 yards receiving. Possibly... Have they ever had a 2,000-yard receiver? I don't know off the top of my head. I want to say Calvin Johnson was the highest receiving ever, and it was like in the 1,900-yard range. But it's just crazy because you would have Cooper Kupp, who was the last receiver to get close to that, who also set like some NFL. I don't remember the NFL record exactly, but he won a Triple Crown in 2021. Calvin Johnson in like 2012. Puka Nacua here in 2025. Guess who is the quarterback for all 3 of those wide receivers? Matthew freaking Stafford. Coincidence? No, it cannot be a coincidence. Like, there's just too much statistics behind that to be a coincidence. 54 catches so far in freaking 6 games. And that was like 5 1/4 games. 5 1/4 games. Freaking 54 catches. That's like 11.4 catches. He's averaging 11.4 catches per game right now. I was trying to get my markup thing where I could actually draw on the screen, but I can't figure it out right now. I will try to figure that out pretty soon. Well, I tried to figure out how to draw on the screen, and I ended up screwing everything up. So you got this thing called Draw Doc, and it won't work for some that. But anyways, Puka Nacua averaging 11.4 catches per game. So it's going to be a major concern if he's not able to go. He's literally one of the best to do it right now. 66 catch percentage. Oops, sorry, that's rushing. He's still, he has a season or a career high in catch rate. And that's 73.8% of his catches or targets he is catching. Absolutely insane rate. He was raking 616 yards, averaging over 100 yards a game. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it, Puka. But hopefully, I don't think we had many more injuries in that. Knock on wood. Rashee Rice coming back. That's going to be big for them. He was suspended, but he wasn't hurt. Fred Warner, obviously, he's out for the year. He had a really gruesome injury. Dislocated ankle. It's going to require surgery, so he's done for the year. 49ers take a really big hit defensively. He's been one of the most consistent non-injured players they've ever had in the last decade. So it's a big concern there. Also, 49ers wide receiver Jawan Jennings told reporters that he's playing with 5 broken ribs and high and low ankle sprains. It's weird because some players miss weeks or months with an ankle sprain. Others say they play through it. Then he's got 5 broken ribs and a high and low ankle sprain. I don't know. But if he's playing through it, congratulations to him. That's good. 49ers need him on the field. Tell me your thoughts about all these injuries. Tell me how you're affected in fantasy football. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you've listened to me ramble on this long, it really does mean a lot. So make sure you guys absolutely rush that subscribe button. Call to action. Just do it. It helps me out a lot. Leave a like on the video and comment down below your fantasy team, your roster, and how you've been affected this week, and your best wishes for all the guys. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Much love. Tanner Pfeiffer out.